Rest in peace. All right, what is up, guys? Professor Akali here, bringing you a new video of all of the atrocities that Riot has committed. No, but seriously though, guys, this is going to be this is unfortunate. Riot has recently decided to remove the heal on Akali, on top of removing the fact that you can't hide from turrets when you're shrouded anymore. And just as a bonus, they decided to go ahead and nerf her shroud cooldown. This is literally all out of nowhere. I have absolutely no clue why they decided to do this, remove her Q heal and not redistribute it elsewhere. And then, just for the shits and gigs, they decided to nerf the cooldown on her shroud. This is like actually hilarious for so many reasons you guys are about to see, but I just wanted to go ahead and point out some of them. So basically, a new Riot Captain Gameplay has taken over, being in charge of Akali for her balancing, I guess you could say. And I guess he has a different mentality than what was originally put in place, because they were slowly but surely nerfing her, and then he comes in and just like takes a shotgun and just fucking blows her face off. But seriously though, what's happening here is really, really unfortunate, because they originally had stated that they were just going to nerf her shroud, and then they mentioned the heal, but they said they were considering it, and I thought they were going to redistribute it elsewhere. And turns out that that's not going to happen. But I just want to go ahead and show this right here, because I really do think this kind of, I don't want to say that he's out of touch, or I don't know. I feel like for someone who is a game designer at Riot Games, you can't say something like as ridiculous as this. So just for context, he posted the changes for Akali, and I said, well, I didn't realize there's something I could read that physically made me want to puke. Any specific reason why you wouldn't just ship the Shroud nerf alone first and see if she needs further nerfs after? And then this is what he says. I believe the Shroud obscurity change is essentially a zero power nerf, but it's great for player frustration though, and the champion needs nerfs. I agree the champion needs nerfs, but that's literally the only thing I agree with. I have to ask, if the one thing that everyone finds frustrating, the one thing that's impossible to balance is the Shroud obscurity change for her turret. If that's what is the most difficult thing to balance, how does that have zero power? Like, isn't that the most powerful thing about Akali? I think most people would agree that is the most powerful thing about Akali. It's not like she's this amazing assassin anymore. She doesn't have this crazy burst. I don't know. She doesn't have this like ridiculous sustain either. Yeah, they got that too. I genuinely, I just don't get it. I don't. This is just like the most tilting thing to think about. It's like it's not the end of the world, you know. It's pretty much the end of the world for Akali mains, but you know, I'm gonna just move on to someone else. There's still there's a crap load of champions that are fun to play in League, guys. Like, you know, Diana. I mean, maybe not really anymore, but those two came into mind as champions that are very similar to Akali. But yeah, so we got our zero power nerfs. So Akali's still gonna be exactly as strong as she used to be. Forehead. No, but seriously though, RIP guys. It's very unfortunate timing that, man, this is like a hippie conspiracy theory, but they waited until the freaking prestige skins leave sale, and then boom, new guy Riot just hits the destruction button, and she blows up and implodes, and now she's in hell with Azir and Ryze. But this is me being dramatic, and I'm just messing around partially. But yeah, this super shite, if I do say so myself. But we do have a little bit of good news. Riot Blouse Toys did comment on Akali mains. One of my favorite writers, only people I've ever like donated to or subbed to on Twitch, coincidentally. He also plays Akali, so he's like, "Hey bud, I love me my Akali too. Gonna be a rough patch, but goal is to nerf big, then buff small to bring her back up. I don't think we want her to sit at the Azir Ryze levels of competitive balance issues. Hopefully we can resolve this, but her sustain plus Shroud are a pretty big source of her power in pro." Fair enough. I don't think, I don't agree with it. I'm just happy to hear that they are gonna nerf her, or sorry, buff her small. I don't necessarily think he wants the change to go through, but I don't know. It's hard to say. Doesn't really matter either way. But we do have something funny that someone pointed out. So we got this dank meme at the top of Akali mains. So feels bad by everything. So he's basically just screenshotting this. Everything with Akali, but agree it's a good change, especially given even many Akali mains would prefer that the effect be removed, the shroud obscurity, tower obscurity, and power spent elsewhere. The original intent with the shroud, something I don't know. Basically, they were saying they were planning on increasing her strength elsewhere to make up for that, and and I don't think this is increasing her strength anywhere. But at least the obscurity is a zero power. Okay, I'm not gonna beam like that. I'm not always a child, guys. I'm not always a child. I'm just super tilted right now. But yeah. So what does this mean for Akali? For those of you that hate Akali, expect to not really see her anymore. I don't think many Akali mains are going to be playing her anymore. For those of you that love Akali, you heard the opposite end of that. But if you do want to keep playing Akali, I completely respect it. You know, she's going to have a low ban rate now, like if any ban rate. So definitely give her a good shot. I don't think there's any reason to necessarily quit if she's the most fun champion in the world for you. I've been trying to go on to different champions for a while now. Actually, not even gonna play this PvE game. I was I was gonna make this game. I was gonna play the shit Akali, the new Akali in the PvE, and talk over that. But I really just don't want to play Akali anymore. So not gonna bother. But yeah, I think if you want to play Akali, the Conquer Korean build with the with Titanic, Sterax, Gunblade, maybe Death Stance, that like tanky top bruiser build with Conquer is probably going to be the way to go for, I guess, viability purposes, because I think every time they nerf her Shroud, she loses the only thing that makes her defensive, so you kind of have to like make up for it elsewhere. You go tankier, you rely less on Shroud. Those things are good for that reason, and I think there's one person in high elo that does that build with Akali. I don't think he's Challenger, but I think he's like D2, D1 Korea. I don't know. I forgot. It was like a few weeks ago. So yeah, that is going to be that, and we have a few other minor changes, but I'm going to get out of this dank meme really quick. Obviously, the Akali mains Reddit is freaking the frick out, guys. They are not happy, obviously, it's very clearly, but it's just a mess. It's a war zone. It hasn't been this bad since she got reworked in season 6. I think it was 6.2, where Riot Rickless came in and he was the Akali main's devil. I honestly, this has to be worse. But we'll see. We'll have to see. We'll test it out and see how these changes are. I definitely don't want to keep sounding like a baby, but this sucks so bad, dude. This sucks so bad. Also, for the dank memes, I want to show you guys my new Twitter profile. RIP Akali 2019, Professor No More Akali. Yeah, fun stuff. But other than that, guys, on the bright side, there are some cool new changes on the PBE. Just on like to end the video on an upbeat note, Stormrazor is really, really cool now. I like what they're doing with it. So they've done some miscellaneous changes, which you guys can read and pause the video and read. But the cool new thing is that this unique passive storm. Your energized attacks deal 50 bonus magic damage on hit. So it's like so your energized attacks like rapid fire cannon or static shiv autos, or I guess Curtius maybe too. But regardless, you get a little Hextech Revolver type effect where you just get 50 bonus magic damage on you hit them. And now also your energized effects, this is the most important part, all have their respective effects increased by 30% and also slow for 40% movement speed, decaying over 1 second. So that means that I think if you have rapid fire cannon and you say your range is 1,000 with the rapid fire cannon, I think that would mean that it increases by 30%, so you get even more attacks range. So you're going to be just shooting people from way farther away. The effects getting increased by 30% is an amplifying thing. I don't think League has had many, if any, item amplifying things. Maybe with the Deathfire Grasp was like the last thing, but I don't remember. Anyways, I guess that's going to be it for the video, guys. RIP Akali mains, you got cucked by Rito. We all got cucked by Rito. Yeah. Last note. Please just revert her. Just revert her. She's a huge pain in pro play. She's a huge play in solo queue. She's a huge pain for Akali mains. She's a huge pain for people that play against her. Does anyone like this version of Akali? Like, I like playing her, but I don't like her existence because of how frustrating she is to try even like play. Because if I don't know, I don't get it. Like, who's winning with this current version of Akali? That's the last thing I want to end that off of. Like, just saying. Anyways, guys, please comment down below what you think about these changes. I really want to hear them. Also, please be sure to leave a like on the video. Help me out. I've just lost my baby. No, but seriously though, subscribe if you're new. All that stuff. Follow me on Instagram, Professor Akali, or soon to be Professor Diana. No, I'm just kidding. It's gonna be Professor Akali forever, no matter what, even if Akali gets deleted. And other than that, I hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I will see you in a new one. Peace out, guys, and F in the chat.